Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I don't say tomorrow, so I gotta remember to do the luck thing. So, welcome back to Metaphor ReFantazio, skipping the in-scene here. We're instead getting... So, that would actually be Stroll maxed out. We can also max Maria now, and I feel like I will do those two later in the arc, because, I mean, maxing them both out before going out to fight Luis is probably, thematic. Alonso's good too, but his rank 7 requires maxed courage, which I'm not close to getting at this point. Right now, I'm just wondering something. I can't rank up Basilio today, I will be able to tomorrow, but then his rank 3 is on the runner, so I also want to do this soon. I'm thinking, meanwhile, Junah's rank 6 is on the runner. So if I can somehow get her 4 and 5 in this arc, maybe I'll be able to do it in one of the dungeon visits. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe this afternoon I'm going to fight Rudolph, but after that... maybe I'll do a bond, and then I'll go fight Loveless. I'll kind of break it up like that.
Right.
Firstly, though, let's turn in the bounty of the recruitment center.
Anyone catch your eye?
Excuse me.
Yes, it did catch my eye, but now I have caught its horn. Yeah, so the reason why I was leaving no tracks was because that guy was specifically covering up its tracks. You don't have anything to say about that? Well, I mean, I guess that guy is pretty much out of her hair at this point, out of everyone's hair. But I don't want to turn this in for a big increase in money.
Alright.
I'll definitely want this before I go out to the village near Loveless, because there's a few important things to buy there. Yeah, it's understandable that you'd be getting a lot of this kind of thing in this sort of political upheaval after Forden's death. There are some things I want to do over at Brylehaven, but I'll wait until nighttime for that, because the good thing about these Gauntlet Runner fights is that, unlike dungeons, they don't exhaust you for the nighttime. So, after battling Rudolph, we do still have our usual free night, and I want to go to Brylehaven at night to see if my bet actually worked.
This place.
Now, like, honestly, I kind of hate the fact that Rudolph's runner is just in the middle of nowhere and it has to be its own trip. Like, there's no way that you can do something else in the same day that you're doing this. Like, dungeon-wise, at least.
Great. Let's move out.
But Rudolph himself is weak to electricity. The real important issue with Rudolph is less having his weakness and more having a lot of physical resistances, because if not, he can very easily wreck you. Because he likes to buff his crit rate, and he can quickly spiral things out of control with press turns. However, I'd like to have access to Yufa's Summon Lizard Man. That requires Knight Healer or Commander. So if I have you and also Hulkenberg to heal... So I was going to do a funny thing and go Skyfall Bolts. Okay, so you're mage, you're summoner. I need one other person as a mage in order to facilitate that. Do I really put Will in mage entirely for Skyfall Bolts? Because I do want to keep Hulkenberg. Like, I don't want to have her as the party wizard. She needs to go back into one of the knight ones. I'm not going to be able to get counter on Paladin before this. Can I? Because that would be really funny, but I have to get this to rank 8. I don't think that's enough archetype experience. Oh, actually?
A new means of protection.
Okay, I doubt this is going to activate much, but this is going to be very funny if it does. So yeah, you go Paladin. Take you out, put Yufa in. Yufa as Summon Lizard Man. And then, weirdly, Will is going mage just entirely to facilitate Skyfall Bolt. Because this could be very fun. If Basilio's not in the party, I'll give you the Berserk Gauntlets as well. And Hulkenberg can take the electric weapon. That would be my only Luma Bee, but also... Oh, I just realized you can buy Luma Bees later in the story. I don't think it's now, but eventually there will be shops that sell Luma Bees. So I don't actually need to worry about that by the end game. So you know what? Let's actually go ahead and make another Almighty Golden Stew just in case I need more weather clearing. I probably will need more weather clearing for the final arc at some point. Plus, it's also a full heat rise of the party. And I think as our activity today, we are going to read, and normally I'd start reading Basilio's book, but we need to finish off How to Walk Outside the Island first. Oh, okay, I think I know what's about to happen. From having to, you know, re-record this part. Because, yeah, this should in fact be max tolerance. Which is really funny that we're maxing our tolerance before fighting Rudolph. Because Rudolph probably will have an allergic reaction to that and suddenly keel over and lose the fight immediately. Yeah, I was looking at, like, back when I was doing my video on, like, you know, why Metaphor maybe didn't make as much of an impact as it could have. I did find, like, one, like, Metaphor video on YouTube that I was gonna look out for, like, that I tried looking at a little bit for, like, an idea of, like, what generally some people think, and, turns out it was by an actual literal racist who was angry that the game had a tolerance stat. Yeah, the less said about what that video in its comment section turned out to be, the better. So, I think we can discount that opinion on Metaphor. So, having finished the book, we get a second hit of tolerance, but we've already maxed it, so get ready to be introduced to a mechanic that I've wanted to talk about for ages because it is by far my biggest request for things from this game that should be imported into Persona 6. If you get points in a Royal Virtue that you have already maxed out, those points are converted into mag.
With the protection of the royal magic gone, the tournament for the throne escalates. Those who would turn the tide with military might are spurred by opportunity. The party stands in the way of Rudolph's gauntlet runner as he continues to hunt monsters as a display of his power.
Oh, Rudolph.
Not even Euros is happy to see this guy. But yes, I think I speak to everyone when I say, Persona 6, please do this. Because it always sucks in a Persona game when you've already maxed out your knowledge, and yet you have so many more class questions to go in the year, and you just keep getting more points towards knowledge that don't do anything. So if you have some kind of other resource you could convert those points into if you've already maxed knowledge, like, seriously, Persona 6, please do this.
Go!
So yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah, normally I'd kind of use Basilio here because of the Berserker resistances, but like, we're going full on Thunder.
Oh, I can't say I expected you would be the one to come to me. You're but a wretched little elder, impersonator of those who would rule you.
Be careful, the last person who talked like that was Forden, we know what happened to him.
And do my eyes deceive me? A Parapus and a U-Chief stand among your retinue? With a disgraced Roussainte knight to boot. The ignominy of it all.
Your entire party's DEI hires.
Harmony among the tribes is a delusion. A petty, ignorant rejection of reality. When I am king, I shall rebuild this nation that knew only weakness by Luis's hand.
This is so, like, it's really interesting the fact that this guy just doesn't like Luis very much at all.
And then, finally, I will establish a unified nation under the Roussainte. All tribes will live in rightful segregation.
So yeah, this guy is definitely by far one of the worst candidates, which is really saying something.
That's the worst way to think. We won't find any compromise with him, and we won't lose.
I will show you the strength and bearing of a true Roussainte. Now, come at me.
Actually, Holgenberg being here is really fitting in that case, and it would be even more fitting if she gets a repel. Please get a repel.
You, I think.
So yeah, here comes one of those tribes you disdain so much in your face.
You want the tribes even more divided? I won't let that happen.
So yeah, this is Rudolph the Roussainte Lion. Him and both of his supporters all resist all physical elements. But he is weak to electricity. Rudolph's partisan
Can't brute force through this one.
is weak to wind. And Rudolph's blade is weak to ice. But ultimately, you do want a lot of physical resistances here. This is kind of a rare fight where I would prioritize having resistances over having the enemy's weakness. But right now, I'm just gonna go for... I'll just do Kande. Yeah, that's like nothing. But, guess what's not gonna be nothing? So, hello there. Did you know that, this game has temporarily become Breath of the Wild, and you're wearing a whole bunch of metal armor? And you know what that means? Oh, the fact that it's Will and Yufa is just so perfect. Junah being supported by the ship to unleash the power of... That's a weirdly Disney-coded thing. I don't know, just the blue sky and the stars look kind of a little bit Disney-ish. But yeah, I forgot to equip your outfit. I should probably change that. But yeah, that was pretty serious damage. And now, Lizard Man time. You also only need to defeat Rudolph himself. So... Getting rid of the minions is mostly just to get rid of the press turns the enemy has, which, to be honest, is actually not a terrible idea, because there's a massive, because they can very easily, like, in my attempt of this where I had my recording settings wrong, I actually did get kind of wrecked in this fight. I still won on the first try, but, like, yeah. And honestly, this is not a bad idea. Doesn't really matter who it's on, because they like to use AoE attacks. And, I don't know. Let's just throw a, Does sleep work on you guys? Well, that at least doesn't work, or that failed.
What is that power? Even so, I cannot lose. I refuse to.
Yeah, I get the sense that you would probably never be able to awaken to an archetype unless there was, like, some kind of racist archetype.
This calls for an...
Yeah, so Mage Critical is the main thing that he likes using here. And nope. Okay, there you go. I almost want to let him keep attacking me because I really, really want to see what happens if I get the Paladin Repel, because, like, yeah, as I've mentioned the bios, unlike in Persona, Repel totally kills the enemy's turn in this game. That's one defense drop and it's already doing, like, an extra 500 damage on top of the 2000. Actually, I feel like I'm not going to be able to finish it this turn, so maybe we will get to see the Repel. I mean, I lower the chances of that by putting up Protect Guards on people, so let's just... I'm kind of going to hold back-ish here, but I'm gonna go nice defense still. I shall become the ultimate Cling! Because, yes, Cling is my word for, somebody very tanky defensively, mostly physically defensively. Debuffing their attack is not a bad idea either. And just go for Candera, Obscura, and... Okay, nope. Mage Shield Wave. Could somebody use an AoE attack, please? Okay, well, I guess we're not gonna see that happen. Okay, then. Let's just Lizard Man you in the face, and now it's gonna be pretty much over once we get to Junah's turn. I can just charge in with Hulkenberg and get an extra press hurt off of just stabbing you. And get another press turn off of doing, like, no damage. And now, well, this will be satisfying. Or not! Okay! Oh, here we go, yeah. And, of course, Hulkenberg didn't actually, get the reflect there. But yeah, as you can see here, this fight does get kind of rough if you let them spam their AoE attacks. So, yeah, okay, good, that's not a miss. You get Yufa back up.
Let's try this.
I rejoin the fray. I call upon a royal soul. Hit their weakness. Don't let us down in our powers. Go!
Okay, he's not actually down yet.
Not now.
Don't know how low that is exactly, but let's see if this finishes you. It does! Okay, good. Yeah, and the fight's over.
Oi, you alright, old man? Gonna leave a nasty scar, that.
Ah, you! Silence! Even the Parapus would pity me now! I will not suffer such shame!
That right? Suit yourself, I suppose. But if you ask me, thinking like that's way more exhausting than it's worth. We come from two tribes, but that don't have to mean anything else. We're different, that's all. And I don't see why different folks can't meet in the middle, eh?
I like that Basilio gets the opportunity to sort of debate candidates here, because, yeah, like, these fights are only available at this point in the game.
Just as Basilio says. And you've been been defeated. Dismount from your gauntlet runner and renounce your campaign for the throne.
The Okubo's like, yeah, what he said. Also, you suck. And, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, we get the Giant Slayer from that. That's the sword that he promised us. The drop from Loveless's fight is a little bit more significant.
It feels good.
I shall strive.
So I'll go into that once we get there.
I've become
Kind of wish I'd used Highest Mate for that fight, but, like, yeah, also no rank boost.
Well, that settles that.
And so immediately back to town, because there's no base camp nearby. Don't even get a choice of what to do next. However, speaking of owning candidates, oh yeah, probably, so that's the thing, because we don't really have much, in the way of, like, free time on the Gauntlet Runner at night, so I may have to use a free town date. I might have to use a town night to rank up Muros, which I don't really like to, because it does feel inefficient, given that, again, he is available on the runner when not a lot of people are, especially not at night. So yeah, at the very least, this guy's left the candidacy right now. But now that it's a night, I can go back to Brylehaven. Okay, it turns out it's raining in Brylehaven, so the gambling guy's not there. I'll have to check another day. For now, it is time, and yeah, I can already see you from a distance, so it's time for Julian Gets Verbally Owned! This debate, I feel, is one of the easier ones to get. But I say that and I already know the answers, but yeah. If you've read his book, you should generally have a good idea of, like, how he debates. Like, none of the other candidates really have that as, like, as a strategy.
Hey there.
Like, that you actually have some way to, like, check out, like, what their campaign is, but from, like, you know... But Julian's the one who wrote a book.
Salutations.
Doesn't even get that he didn't have a portrait, but then again, Roger didn't either.
If that's all.
So yeah, that itself, I do feel like that applies a little bit more to the real world than to Uchronia, but, like, I just sort of agree with that. Because, like, you know, limiting hunting and stuff, and, you know, preserving species is something that I'm for, but, if it's a plan that will only lead to prosperity in 100 years... Because, yeah, short-term profits are bad, but also a plan that's only going to pay off that long down the line. Yeah, the answer here is the present day matters too.
And besides,
No.
He's just admitted that discrimination is trivial. Okay, he's already lost the support of, like, all the Parapus, all the Ujif, all the Mustari. Yeah, we just baited him into screwing himself over entirely.
I knew it!
Yeah, we get a bit of money out of that, but more importantly, I think this should be Eloquence 4? Yeah, so you get a lot of coins of Eloquence here. As I don't know, I forget if I mentioned this in an actual part of Rime, or if I only mentioned this in the part that got lost, but, like, the later in the game you can do a Royal Virtue activity, the more points of the Royal Virtue you get from that, which is something that I don't think Persona really had. Like, most of the increases in social stats, like, didn't really scale to the point in the game they unlocked. Like, you know, even the really late increases to stats usually only gave you a very small amount. Now, something that I should also mention here is that in my failed recording of this, I got the achievement there for doing all the debates, which I didn't get in my first playthrough, so that makes sense. But the thing is, I thought that I would broken achievements on this file, because I originally, before I did this playthrough, I used a program to reset my Steam achievements on Metaphor, hoping that I'd be able to show off all the achievements in this playthrough, like all, but you've clearly been seeing the story achievements have been popping. So even though I used that program, I thought that, like, it didn't work at all, and that I just broken achievements entirely, because that program said that all my achievements were gone, but then I just got the achievement pop for, and you'll have to take my word for it, because it happened in the failed recording, but, like, trust me, I got the achievement pop there for the debate, so I guess I still have my achievements from my first playthrough. It's just that, like, I'm only going to be able to show new achievements if they're ones I never got before, like the debate one. But anyway, normally I would go and fight Loveless today, but Basilio is available, and Basilio's rank 3 is runner only, so I could do Basilio's now, and then in the later dungeon runs of this segment, I could rank up Basilio on the runner. The problem is, that'll also mean that I can't fight Loveless tomorrow, because you can't do a character's bond twice in a row, so I'll still have to wait an additional day before I can rank up Basilio to 3. Then again, I could fight Loveless tomorrow, because, like, I need to, like, I only need one trip on the runner for Basilio anyway. It's complicated. But yeah, I'm down for ranking up Basilio today, taking a little bit of a break from all the dungeons and fighting.
Right then.
And also, I am all for ranking up Basilio in general, because, oh boy, Basilio's Bond is one of my favorites in this entire game. It's one of the ones I ranked up, like, I believe, in my tier list, this is second to Alonso as far as, like, the Bonds go. So I am very excited to work on this one.
Huh?
So, something really interesting about Basilio that was not obvious in his moments in the main story is that it's implied that Basilio suffers from chronic pain, which is something that a lot of people can identify with in the real world. So, yeah, I guess these two grew up a lot. Fidelio didn't, really.
Nah.
Don't worry, unlike everyone else, he's not racist. And we took out the main racist in the race for the throne at this point, so, that's at least another plus. So this is Vinka.
Nice to meet you.
So this one, it's any, and then either 1 or 3.
Truth is,
Yeah, this is honestly, of all of the childhood friendships to have, being, trapped in a brutal experimental facility together is, oh yeah, also, somebody in the comments actually brought this up, that, like, the Parapus experiments, I don't think this was intentional, but the Parapus experiments were very similar to, apparently, an actual thing that happened in real American history, where, like, a university basically, like, let a whole ton of black people get syphilis to study the effects of, like, placebos and, like, non-placebo groups. Yeah, this is one of the most horrifying things I've ever heard about. Like, it's disgusting. But it's very similar to the Parapus experiments, and it happened in real life. Also, someone bet on whether they lived or died? About that.
speaking of,
About that, you may have only won half of that bet.
serious?
Yeah, so it's implied that Basilio's pain came from the experiments and that Vinka also has it.
So,
Again, this is gonna be awkward.
I'll tell.
Yeah, exactly. He has
Hey.
the same pain.
Well then.
Yeah, we probably should clarify that, Fidelio didn't die of anything related to those experiments. He was killed by a very bad person that we're trying to take down. Yeah, so either 1 or 3 is the best.
If so, right then.
Well, that is kind of sad. Yeah, it is interesting to
Leave
learn
it to
about,
me.
yeah, Parapus sweets. They might, be a little bit different to the other, foods of this kingdom.
Hope you're ready.
And now Basilio has, yeah, beast or human. Apparently, according to a Steam topic that, like, actually has, like, a lot of mechanical info for this game, this also affects birds.
Listen. What in the world?
So yeah, not only is Basilio's bond a very interesting story involving chronic pain representation, but it's also a murder mystery. So yeah, a lot of appeal to me in that regard. Okay, it's probably gonna be okay. Brigida will get supply crate in her next rank, and the earlier I unlock supply crate, the better. Also, Katharina is now available to bond with. This only happened if you did her rank 4 battle. If you haven't done it by this point, you can buy her location from an informant, and then you'll have one more Golden Runner to fight at this point in the game. As much as I really want to spend time with Katharina and Brigida, so let me just do the calendar and do a little bit of quick planning here. So that's our deadline. So if I rank up Junah tonight, can't rank her up tomorrow, rank her up on Waters Day, then I can get her rank 6 on the Gauntlet Runner. So I think I will go for Junah. Oh wait, thank you Interface for reminding me I'm still in Mage. Let's change that.
If you would protect, sometimes you must destroy.
And let's put Heisme out of Merchant as well.
Let's go.
Oh, okay, the map does tell you when gambling's available. So, now is the moment of truth. Did I win the bet? Did I lose the bet? Or are you just confused?
Well then.
That counts as a loss. Okay. Yeah, this is very weird. I kind of wish that I realized that before I had placed that second bet. Because, like, you are... But they say that it's, like, what rank do you think you can reach by September 12th? And by September 12th, I'm pretty sure you are no more than, like, the one that I chose. It's just that you don't have the chance to go back to Briarhaven until you're already at rank 2 from all the plot events. But on a more positive note, we can actually see the Elderly and Hemophile, and I'm pretty sure we actually are going to be getting the next Gold Beetle reward here. Yeah. So from this, we get the Flameseal Corselet, one of the very rare, well, not rare, but, like, it's not really until this late in the game that you start getting access to, like, actual immunity equipment. I do want to talk about this another time, because it's an aspect of Metaphor that I do find quite interesting when it comes to the battle system. Maybe I'll talk about this inside the tower when we do that. So yeah, another 8, 46 in total, you'll get Dragon's Fall. Now, this is what the achievement for getting quote-unquote all the gold beetles is for. You don't need all of them, you just need most of them. And that's good because some of them are permanently missable. I'm going to try and find all of them anyway, but I do like how there's some lenience there. Oh, actually, it's a good thing that Junah's on the Gauntlet Runner now because I can get luck.
Hey.
So, hi there. Yeah, not until a little bit later. But yeah, it's time to get her outfit for that show.
Thanks.
Junah's bond, by contrast to Basilio's, is definitely not my favorite. And in fact, I have a topic about this, but I'll talk about it later on. Oh no. Oh no. It's the return of Mika from Arn's confidant. That's why I described it as a combination of Arn and Rise, because she's got the whole idol performer thing, and also she has a rival who is, yeah, trying to take her down out of petty jealousy.
Please.
She does have a fairly unique design, though.
What do you want? That's...
Oh, rip Junah's dress. That's escalating things a bit.
Hold on.
this aspect of Junah's bond, I do quite like. But yeah, here's the third option. I mean, it's a bit late to be reminding people of this, but I do want to say, none of the answers are relevant to, like, how fast you raise the bond. It's just about Mag. Like, I do get why she'd be mad, but she's going really, really, really far. Yeah, and now we kind of really... I mean, Junah never really realized that her life was in danger from Forden, but she still had other problems, which we'll be learning about throughout this bond.
I can't get discouraged here.
Not sure I really am gonna make much use of this. I mean, I've been considering getting Masked Dancer on Heisme, but like, once he gets his ultimate archetype, there's really no reason for him to use anything else.
Thanks.
I'll see you all next time.